Hey, Dave from Closter, New Jersey. How are you?
Good afternoon, Greg. How are you?
Very, very good. Thanks for staying on hold. What do you got?
Not at all. I value your opinion. You had a caller a few minutes ago was talking about Delray Beach, Florida, so it kind of reminded me to call you.
Okay.
I am 63. Been in this house about 25 years. It has about $5,000 left on the mortgage. And, of course, real estate is not terrific right now in New Jersey. And we own 2 condos in Delray Beach. Both of them are rented at profit, so we have positive cash flow.
I will.
Okay, buddy.
All right, take it easy.
Thanks. See you soon.
Question is to move down there, sell this house, and throw out one of the tenants, giving up the income. Or would you recommend just renting this house, moving down there anyway if we wanted to, and buying something separate? And that way we retain the investment in this house in New Jersey. What's your opinion?
Well, first, my opinion is that I love what you've been doing all these years of accumulating this little portfolio of real estate. I'm sure that's one of the things that lets you sleep at night, that even though there's a housing crisis going on, you've got equity because you've been hanging on to these things for a long time.
Yeah, they've been a long time, and as I said, they're both rented at positive cash flow, so we're quite pleased with that.
So the issue in Closter is that you'll be able to generate positive cash flow in Closter because you don't have a mortgage, barely have a mortgage left there.
Yeah, the taxes are about $1,000 a month. That's the only real expense.
So that's what's going to come down to. If you do, I would recommend doing a side-by-side comparison. Look at what you could get for the house in Closter.
Yeah.
And then look at what you could do with that money down in Florida. Okay, because you said if you're going to head down there and you're going to be down there, then all of a sudden the Closter property becomes something that's sort of, hanging in the back of your mind that you have to be concerned about. So do a side-by-side comparison and say, if I've got X number of dollars in point A and X number of dollars in point B, which one's going to generate more positive cash flow for me, and which one do I think over the next 5 and 10 years is going to give me more appreciation? I suspect that you're going to find that Florida is going to look better than Closter in that regard.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
That's surprising, but okay, very good.
Tell me why it surprises you. You know more about the properties than I do. So
because Florida really hasn't been going anywhere. In fact, we bought a condo recently for about a little under $300,000 that people paid $500,000 a year before. So we've been doing pretty well, but Florida's really not gone, I don't know, terribly high.
Not in the last couple of years it hasn't, but you represent a trend, okay? You represent, there's a whole lot of people just like you within the sound of my voice who are coming out of New York and going down to Florida. And that demand is demand. I mean, listen, there's always going to be enough population in and around New York to justify owning real estate in and around New York. It's not like because we're losing people that somehow we're not going to have enough people. We have prices are what they are because there's such high demand for real estate to be here where all the jobs are and everything else.
It's a very diverse economy here.
Yeah, so it's pretty much as bulletproof as it gets from that standpoint. But the thing about Florida is just that idea that when you've got 72 million baby boomers that are reaching retirement age, the biggest proportion of them are in the New York area, and the biggest proportion of them are going to the east coast of Florida. What you've got is a pattern that is unmistakable. I think, again, just like Frank earlier in the show, you picked 2 good places, and so you're giving yourself a hard choice, and I think that's a great way to live. Give yourself as many difficult choices as you can, meaning you're choosing between 2 awesome outcomes, and you can't quite figure out which one. You may wind up being a coin flip. But do the side-by-side comparison. If you want, email me also. I'll help you do that, greg@ownamerica.com. We'll crunch some numbers on 2 different scenarios and look at them side by side and see if one of them jumps out at us. If neither of them do, then you do whatever one makes you more comfortable.
I thank you very much. Thank you for your input.
Okay. Thanks, Dave. This is Rand on Real Estate. I'm Greg Rand on 77 WABC and WABCRadio.com. Give me a call. We have one more segment left to go. I want to hear from you. 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222. Let's talk about real estate. Back in a minute.